Hey guys, it's Geoff Keighley here in Santa Monica at the PlayStation Vita Lounge, and next week PlayStation Vita launches, and right now I'm going to introduce you to a new face in the PlayStation family. Guy, you are the Senior Vice President of Marketing and PlayStation Network, so we'll be seeing a lot more of you, and we wanted to bring you on to talk about the PlayStation Vita launch. As I mentioned, it's coming out, it's real. How is Sony feeling about the launch of Vita? Are you excited?
Could not be more excited. It's the biggest platform that we've launched in 5 years, since PlayStation 3, and the response that we're getting right now from consumers and gamers out there is just terrific.
Exactly. It's available already in Japan, and now, as you said, the fans here in America can play the system. Now, you guys have a new ad campaign that's been out talking about PlayStation Vita as a game changer. What does that mean to you? Why is it a game changer?
There are several things that PS Vita brings that really has never been seen before on a handheld console. First of all, the piece of technology itself is just incredible. You've probably got your hands on it yourself. Amazing, yeah. You've seen from the dual analog sticks to the front and rear touch pads, to the front and rear cameras. You've got a system that really has the opportunity to provide incredible experiences for gamers. Secondly, there's the games themselves, and that's what gamers really care about. We've got the greatest ever lineup of first and third party games, and then also with this device you can have all of your digital entertainment content that you want: Facebook, Twitter, Skype. So this is a complete game changer. It's never been seen before.
Now, a lot of people are watching this probably saying, hey, PlayStation Vita sounds really cool, but I've got a great iPhone, I've got all these other devices now. What's your sales pitch to people? This is obviously not a replacement for a phone, it's not a phone. Your bet is that people will want a dedicated handheld gaming system because the games are so much better than what you can get on those other systems?
Yes, I think there are millions of gamers out there, and there are more gamers than ever. That's the exciting thing. There's 170 million people claim to be gamers in America now. Yep. So what we're finding is a lot of people who are trying gaming for the first time on their phones are saying, actually, I'd like a more immersive experience. And that's where Vita will really win, because we'll bring in the people who are already on PlayStation 3 and already on consoles. They'll love the opportunity to play games in an immersive way when they're on the go. And then the folks who have sort of got into gaming recently can now have a much more immersive experience through a handheld.
Now let's talk about games and software, which is obviously a key piece of as you know, this gaming business. The hardware is only as good as the software. Games and pricing, because you have some amazing games coming out, but they're still pretty expensive compared to what you can get on your iPhone. And I'm sure you would argue the fidelity is that much better. But you're looking at games that are $49 versus on a iPhone or iPad you can get something sometimes for $2. So how is Sony going to sort of bridge that gap? Are we going to see more games in a wider range of prices?
Absolutely we are, and if you look at the games that we've got lined up, both first and third party, obviously some of the massive titles that have got huge integrity in terms of the experiences are priced at the types of level that you point out there, but we also, through the network, are going to have a wide catalogue of games that are going to be available at much more affordable prices. So the great thing with Vita is you can get all of those experiences at whatever price point you want.
And you've got one I'm really excited about called Sound Shapes. It's going to be coming out, I think, in a little while, and that'll be cheaper, obviously, than $49. You'll have some sort of more experiential titles that people will be able to get at a reasonable price?
No, absolutely. That's certainly the case.
Excellent. Now, you've got a lot of big games coming out for launch. For you, which ones are you most excited about? For me, obviously, the Uncharted game is amazing that you guys did all the motion capture, all the voiceover. It's a full-blown Uncharted experience. But what's your favorite so far?
Well, I love the Hot Shots Golf. I'm a golfer, and that's just a great game to play with yourself and with your friends and then compete with everyone else. For my boys who are 15 and 14, they love...
That was pretty cool when Dad works at PlayStation.
Yes, yeah, Dad's suddenly gone from zero to hero.
Right.
And they love the first-person shooter, so they're really enjoying Unit 13 right now. Yeah. And of course, in the autumn, they're really looking forward to Call of Duty on Vita, and we think that's going to be an absolute game changer for the platform.
Oh, so Call of Duty will come out in the fall for Vita?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Do we know what game that's going to be yet?
Not yet. We're still working on that.
I was going to ask you about third-party games, because you guys, when you announced the Vita actually in Japan, you guys had Philip Earle on stage talking about Call of Duty coming to Vita. There's been an announcement BioShock is coming to Vita. I think fans are wondering, what kind of experiences are we going to get from third parties? Because we know Sony and Shu and that first-party studio does amazing games. But when we talk to third parties, not a lot of people are talking about huge games they're working on for Vita, but some of those things like Call of Duty are coming.
Absolutely, and recently we've been chatting to a number of the third parties, and they're really getting excited about what they can do with this platform. The FIFA game that's coming out, whilst we think it's going to be a big hit here in America, is really going to be massive globally for us. It really takes advantage of all of the features of Vita, from the 3G to the cross-platform play. Yeah. So we just think you're going to see developers having a lot of fun with this incredible canvas that we've provided for them.
Now, you talked about the canvas, and it's an amazing screen. And one thing that when I saw Vita and then I saw Wii U last year, I thought about, everything Nintendo was saying they could do for Wii U, you guys could pretty much do with a Vita, in that you've got this amazing screen and you've got the PlayStation 3. So tell me about the idea of cross-play and, being able to play PS3 games on your Vita. I know there's things like remote play, but are we going to see more games that sort of talk to each other and let you, play a game on PS3 and then finish the level on your Vita?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the first you'll see is MLB The Show. Yeah. So this is, a huge franchise for us. And you'll be able to start that on PlayStation 3 and finish your level, and then if you're ready to go to work and or go on a trip, you can pick it up and play that game on your Vita. So you're going to see a lot of games coming that have that opportunity.
All right, so it's going to be a big focus for you guys going forward. Excellent. Now, fans are probably wondering where PlayStation is going overall as a company this year. You've got the Vita launch. What can we expect sort of from PlayStation for this year across the whole portfolio?
So we've got a lot of things coming down the track. We really have a mantra that we're for gamers, and we're really trying to put gamers at the heart of our business. So you'll see on Vita, it's our #1 priority to launch this and have a hugely successful launch, and we're very confident we're going to have that. And then with PlayStation 3, we've got a lot of exciting initiatives with a number of great first-party and third-party games coming out. We've got a big focus on Move again this year. We think there's a lot of opportunity there.
Move is still chugging along?
No, it's not just chugging along.
The Move wheel, right?
We're very excited about that in the future. And then if you look at our network, we think we've got a great opportunity there to really step change some of the offerings there. So you'll be seeing a lot of that from us as well.
I'm excited about Journey, which I think is coming out just a little bit here from that game company. Now, I think some of the fans on the PlayStation side will say, hey, I hear Microsoft's got Halo, or Nintendo's got Wii U. PlayStation hasn't really talked much about what is coming out for the second half of this year at all. I know Last of Us, which we announced at the VGAs, is coming out some point in the future, but you guys haven't said. What can PS3 gamers expect for the holidays from you guys?
Well, they're going to see a whole bunch of stuff, and
surprises still to come, I guess?
Yeah, one or two that can't really reveal today. But we're very excited about the lineup that we've got for this year. We think we're going to be bringing just some fantastic games and experiences.
All right, and some of those obviously will tie into Vita, I guess, and you'll have experiences for Vita and for PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So now, the fans are going to get their hands on it. You said the early consumers today. Next week, everyone's going to be able to buy this. What are your expectations? Because I know this came out in Japan, had a big week one, and then it sort of curtailed a little bit. Very competitive out there. Are you bullish on how it's going to do?
Well, absolutely. If you listen to gamers and if you listen to the response that people have had who've actually got their hands on this thing, it's just been a tremendous response, way ahead of our expectations, actually. And also our customers and our third parties are also very excited about this. We see this as a 5 to 10 year platform, so we'll judge the success of this in 12, 24 and 36 months. We expect to have a great launch, but it's really in 12, 24 months we'll really know how successful it's been.
So what are the metrics we should use to, when we start hearing about how it's selling? Are you guys looking for something, similar in terms of the PSP, in terms of its success, or how should we be judging how it's doing?
Well, I think every platform comes out at a certain stage in time, and the world's a very different place from when we launched PS3. So we'll look at this. It's a global launch. It's a huge platform for us. Obviously, we have some metrics that we'll be looking at, but we really want to establish this as the #1 handheld console in the world. We think it's the most insane console you can get your hands on. We think it's the greatest console. So that's really what we're aiming to deliver. And
the studios, it sounds like on the first party side, you have an amazing studio group. They're going to be doing a lot of games for this too.
Yeah, absolutely. They're really fired up about the canvas that this gives them the chance to create some incredible experiences for people. Never before have you been able to play some of the great games, the great franchises on a handheld and really have a console-like experience. It's like having a PS3 in your hands. Right.
Now, what about the top studios? We hear, there's certainly games coming out from studios, but the Uncharted games not being done by Naughty Dog, and you've got amazing studios, Media Molecule, Guerrilla, Sony Santa Monica. Are we going to see any of those guys playing with Vita or even Naughty Dog?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you'll see a number of games coming out from all of our studios.
Fantastic. Well, we can't wait to hear more about what you guys have planned. E3 is coming up in a few months, so I know at CES it was mentioned that you guys will not be announcing PlayStation 4 there, but you have a ton of other stuff to talk about, I'm sure, right?
The future for PlayStation's never been brighter, and you'll be seeing lots of exciting initiatives from us in the coming months, and we'll look forward to seeing you at E3.
Some big surprises?
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. All right, well, thanks very much, Guy. Great to have you on the show. We'll be seeing more of you, I'm sure.
All right, thanks a lot.